Hello and welcome to highlights of the 11th edition of Strade Bianche. 136 kilometers today, including 13 sections of gravel, taking the riders over 50.3 kilometers of the beautiful Tuscany white roads. First section coming 14.2 kilometers into the race, but the Colle Pinzuto and Le Tolfe, the really decisive sections of this race, and then the run to Siena and the Via Santa Caterina, the brutal finish to this incredible classic. There was a puncture for pre-race favourite Demi Vollering and the winner in 2023. The FDJ Suez rider, though, was quickly up and on her way. Just outside 50 kilometres to go, and unfortunately, Cassia Nuviadoma, another pre-race favourite, going down in a crash, and unfortunately, she would be a DNF on the day. Femke Jerezza of SD Works Pro Time was the next rider to attack into the Colle Pinzuto. Jerezza already on great form so far this season. The group behind, though, had just thinned down considerably throughout the day with 141 riders starting. It really was becoming a who's who of big-name stars. Liane Lippert with Pauline Ferrand-Prévot on the wheel. And the steep climb of the Colle Pinzuto. Select leading group going clear, including Mavi Garcia, Yara Castelline, but interestingly, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot jumping across to the group. Behind, Elisa Longoborghini in the Italian champs jersey was just not on a good day and was being comforted by teammate Silvia Persico. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot, unfortunately, overcooking it on one of the descents, but the Olympic mountain bike champion pretty much rolled over and straight back on her bike and was back into the leading group. The gap holding just over 30 seconds. Garcia, Ferrand-Prévot, Edze, Castelline, Jerezza, along with Evita Musi, the teammate of Demi Vollering, who was marshalling the group. It was 1:09 with 28.2 kilometers to go. They were heading towards the Monte Chiaro with the Colle Pinzuto and Le Tolfe to come. Elisa Longoborghini, though, was just not having a great day. Evita Musi in the breakaway. Juliette Labousse in the French national champions jersey came to the front of the chasers and she disintegrated the gap, allowing her team leader to launch her move. Puk Pedersen, in pretty much a carbon copy of the week before, was straight on her. Vollering, though, would look down, and after the race we would find out that she did unship her chain. It meant that Labousse had to do the job again. They made it up to the leading group, and with Musi in the break, she could then do a big turn on the front. They would head towards Le Tolfe, and on the run in, it was comeback queen Anna van der Breggen, the winner of this race in 2018, that made the most of the descent on the gravel, and she would launch herself into the final climb with a small gap. She didn't look back. Le Tolfe maxing out at 18%. It had been an incredible edition of Strade Bianche so far. After 3 years in the team car, Anna van der Breggen back where she belongs. She had a small gap. Vollering coming up, and she closed the gap to her former director sportif and her former coach as they swung left, then right. This was the point where Vollering made a move. Ferrand-Prévot and Labousse had made it on, but it would be two at the head of the race as Vollering took a big glance back over the shoulder. It was the battle that we wanted and the battle that we really would have anticipated between Demi Vollering and Anna van der Breggen. Vollering, it took her a while to get van der Breggen to work with her, but they would come into Siena with a decent gap over the chasers behind. The Via Santa Caterina with ramps of up to 18%. Van der Breggen made her move at the bottom to try and ride Vollering off her wheel. And as the climb kicked up in front of them, Vollering was in a commanding position, and this is where she would make her move. Van der Breggen's on the front. The crowds are enormous. Demi Vollering now starts to make her move. 500 meters to go. Demi Vollering starting to edge clear. Demi Vollering's got Van der Breggen on the ropes. Demi Vollering of FDJ Suez now gets to the top of the climb. If she afforded herself the opportunity to look back over the shoulder, she would see that she's cracked Anna Van der Breggen. But what a ride by Van der Breggen in the comeback, and Vollering is launching herself through the streets of Siena now to the roars of the Italian crowd. Demi Vollering, the battle of the ages that we wanted. The road will now drop down and she can take the opportunity to enjoy it for the second time. Anna Van der Breggen, second place today after a victory in 2018. The comeback, you would say, is definitely on cue. A battle between Pauline Ferrand-Prévot and MVP Juliette Labousse. It was the two French riders that were fighting out for the third spot on the podium. Pauline Ferrand-Prévot making a return to the pro peloton after focusing on mountain biking for the last number of years. After getting into the breakaway, that crash, the reward, third spot on the podium, fourth for Labousse. What a day for FDJ Suez. Mavi Garcia, Yara Castelline and Puk Pedersen came in the group behind. Why a great day for Lee Fisher-Black behind. Congratulations all round. What a team. They are gelling beautifully. This was the moment where Demi Vollering made her move, and that punchy style of Demi Vollering whipping up the crowd as she came into the Piazza del Campo for her second career win in Strade Bianche. Your top 10 looks like this. Demi Vollering from Anna Van der Breggen and Pauline Ferrand-Prévot. Labousse, Garcia, Castelline, Pedersen, Fisher-Black, Ruick and Schmulders, your top 10. Top step of the podium as Demi Vollering lifts the famous trophy aloft. We're looking forward to more battles with her and Anna Van der Breggen this season. Welcome back, Pauline Ferrand-Prévot.